Hey, I'm Mr. Tatum. I'm a fifth grade school teacher, and I almost throat punched my HR director. Let me tell you what happened. I was in class with my students. Students were working really hard, getting all the things they needed to get done. I was teaching them. I was teaching like my hair was on fire. Everything was going really well on this morning until something happened. Somebody walked into my room that I didn't recognize. A man with a backpack walked into my classroom. To understand the full context of this story, you have to understand that the safety and security of my students within my classroom is paramount. I think about it all day long. When I saw this man in the classroom, right away, I got my fists clenched and I got this kind of Mike Tyson, Conor McGregor, ready to go to battle feeling over me. So I approached him as quickly as I could. I got to him. Before I did, I locked eyes with his. He saw that I was coming towards him in a very aggressive manner. I was noticing that he was reaching for something on his chest. And that made me even a little bit more concerned. I didn't know what he was reaching for. So as quickly as I could, I got to him. As I got to within about an arm's length, he finally pulled up his name tag. It was just a name badge. And in fact, it was the name of our HR director. Since I had seen him last, he had grown a beard. I didn't recognize who he was. I told that to him real quickly. I told him what I was going through in my mind as I was approaching him. I apologized that I kind of greeted him so aggressively and so abruptly. And I said, "You're lucky because I almost jumped over a couple desks just to get to you." When I said that to him, we laughed a little bit more. But then he said, "You know what? I'm really glad that you did come to me the way that you did. I'm glad that you responded the way that you did. We want all of our teachers to be able to respond that way." Because I was feeling very embarrassed, that made me feel a lot better within the moment. But this situation, it made me think about something. It made me think just within our schools, are we talking about safety enough? Parents, do you know, are you comfortable, are you confident with how much your child knows about safety within the classroom? Do they know what expectations are? I would suggest that you have a conversation with them about that. Teachers, are we talking enough with the students about safety, what the expectations are for them in case there was an emergency situation? I hope you've learned something from this. If you have any questions or anything that I could help with, leave a comment below. I would certainly respond to you. But certainly check with your school if you feel like you need a little bit more information on your school's safety programs.